Okay, let's see if this will work. And turn on the sound. Where is it? Alright, see if everything else is fine. And then, so hello guys. Today is the May 7th here, and I am doing my live stream currently right now. And I know nothing really much has been going on for at least this past week, but I know they will be coming up with some of the things. So, well, at least that's what they announced for like a Soy Awakening and things like that. So, I'm just pretty much waiting for that. But I'm Soy actually looks better than what I anticipated as well. So, that's one thing to look out for me. Unfortunately, I probably won't be able to awaken Soy just because I don't have any 6-star Soy, but uh, you know, I'll still make a video on it as well as um, explaining um, the skills and things like that. So, hello if you're just coming in. So there is the Lin costume, which I am definitely intend to get. Uh, it would have been really nice if I could get all the guild battle, the reward costume, but unfortunately I can't. So for the friend request, you could always go ahead and send it to me. It's just I have a lot of people on my friend list, and I do constantly go on to friend and unfriend people who don't log on, but you might have to wait a little. But yeah, make sure you guys can go ahead and send it if you guys can, because I definitely go through the list and then add them. One of the another thing if you want to do is you can also add like MSOE or my brother's the in-game name where I'll be typing it a little bit later so other people can add them as well. Uh, who is the best knight to choose? I think I mean there's a lot of different one and it comes down to actual like uses for the game versus the how it looks and their favorites and things like that. And I think in my opinion is for when it comes to uses, Rachel, Spike, and Jave have probably one of the most uses. So that's just one thing. But I think in my opinion is Jave. So yeah, when it comes to uses, Rachel and Spike is probably used most among the seven knights, but I think in early beginning, either way, you really need a farming champion heroes. So I recommend definitely Jave, and he has helped me farm a lot of like a dash and things like that, where I could use my keys up also fast. Sometimes when I don't get to play as much, I could just set it as auto, and then I can farm really fast, real quick. Especially when you also have a lot of honor points as well. When those built up, it's best to get a key. But if you don't have, if you have abundant keys, then it's always great to go ahead and then also summon through the thing. So And yeah, Jave is great for arena as well. I do use him for my main damage dealer for the my arena team, and that's just one thing. For the Chris server, I know they're trying to hand out a lot, promoting people to go also play at the Chris server. I think it's mainly because they wanted to prevent people from making multiple accounts on one server, so that they can start on another one, and be also for the new players to come in and be in the at least less competitive, I guess, than the Rudy server, where a lot of people have been playing for over a year or two since the beginning and things like that. So I think Chris server is really great. So far, I haven't been attempt to play on a Chris server, just because I know I have like global and some other games as well where I don't have enough time to focus, but that's just my thing. For farming, 7-9 is the safest place, and that's probably the best place for you to farm. Once you have strong enough the farmer. But if you don't, I mean, you can always do it at 7-1 as well. But 7-9 is the safest one so far that I figured it out. And also 8-1 or 8 up to 8-4 is probably the best one to use up the keys fast and then have rubies really fast as well. But that's just another thing. For the global version, I think so far right now, Spike has been pretty good. Rudy is gonna be pretty much always great as a tank and damage dealer in arena, but Jave has been also buffed. But I think for main damage dealer right now, for global, I think Eileen and Delens and Spike, they're really popular. But I think Jave is still getting there, and all people are. I do also see people play, but it's just I think in early beginning it's more of your personal preference as well. So I do still play in a global server. I still go in and then play, just mainly do daily and then farm up some and things like that. But I don't play as much as I should say probably the Korean one. So so level 40 Spike is actually higher than mine as well, and he is the reason why I ask you guys to get it in the beginning, at least for the first one, first 7 night, is because you could use it for Castle Rush every single day, and that gives huge advantage, dealing more damage in the Castle Rush, which allows you to get also more the Castle Rush points. So hello Ivan, welcome. So the season 3 hopefully it comes out when it's third year, but I don't know. I feel like they would also feel very pressured to come up with a new thing, like like something like 7-star or things like that for season 3, but hopefully they don't. I feel like if they do, there'll be so much and it'll be very hard for the beginners to catch up and things like that. So probably not. Hopefully they would just do more awakenings for the 7 nights and some of the other introduction of some of the other heroes and the adventures. So that's my hope. But hopefully, I think it'll probably come out. They'll just announce it as a season 3, in my opinion. But we'll have to see exactly on that. Yeah, Spike will be pretty darn tanky. In Korean one too is pretty darn tanky, and he deals massive damage, and freezing is absolutely amazing. So For Dellen's, my best recommendation is to put a spike in your team, because then the silence won't matter until the turn 2, but most likely if you're high damage team, you'll be able to finish off the enemies before the turn 2. So usually for the boss bonus, you could also do that, and then you could get both, completely both the ongoing quest. But in my opinion, those ones usually have AoE attacks for enemies, and it's not as safe. So 7-9, like I say, is the safest, but also if you want to complete both, you guys can also go ahead and then do it at there. Awakening will probably come out in global a little bit less than a year now, what I'm assuming based on the dates. They're just celebrating 200th day, and this Awakening came out probably a little bit after 2 years, a little bit after a year. So that's what I'm assuming, but I actually have no idea exactly when they are gonna launch it, because I know that it'll be pretty. I don't know if they're gonna try to slow it down or speed up the pace, so that's up to the Marvel. If you have Spike for the first 7-9, I recommend getting Rachel for the Castle Rush, because she's absolutely needed. And if you already do, then get farming champion like Jave. That's what I'm doing in global too, so I could use up all the keys. I know I've been really busy with a lot of different projects and things going on at the moment, because school is almost coming to an end, and I don't think I got enough sleep, but yesterday I did, so that's why I'm a little bit more energized. And 3,300 rubies I'm trying to save up for my massive summoning for my birthday, so probably today I won't be summoning. Maybe one thing that I'll do is maybe like a fuse some heroes or things like that, but I will be trying to have a big summoning on my birthday, so you guys can take a look at that, and hopefully I get at least something, even though it's my birthday, so I doubt it with my luck, but wow, at least it seems like your team is very great with a lot of 7 knights, so that's great. And the 4 Lord, I think Ace is better than Wukong, but also it depends on the content. So Wukong will be probably better in some of the higher damage, higher tier adventures and arena, but Ace will be really great in Castle Rush, arena also, and things like that. So that would be great. Hello Kevin. So technically you guys didn't miss much. I just started like 30 minutes ago, so probably today's probably Rachel then, I'm assuming. And today I know, yes, I'm live streaming on YouTube, and I know today my brother just got Ace from 250 summon, and I had to post it, but I would really love to get Ace, but unfortunately from the summons I've never really gotten Ace, so yeah, pretty disappointed. Ace is one of my favorite heroes, but seems like my luck isn't so good with it, so oh, so I'll be typing see that. Those two, you guys can try to go ahead and also add it as well, because they are pretty knowledgeable about the game as well. I know some of the people here, like Ivan, BT Geist, Kevin, and a lot of you guys also are very knowledgeable on a lot of my answers, as well as in game too. But that's the in-game names for some of the people, where if you guys are looking for a friend, you guys can go ahead and add them, and then have some strong friends where you can use for your adventures and things like that as well. So yes, Luvu will definitely, like I said, it's so good for arena and adventure as well too. So he will rule the arena for quite a long time, until in Korean one day got nerfed. So, but until then, he'll be really good, and I don't even know if they're gonna go ahead and then nerf in a global one. So, no, my brother and girlfriend only plays in the Korean version so far. It's pretty hard to play, two games at the same time. So that's one thing. So I guess good evening. It's nighttime here, but oh well. Hello, Raymond. So let's see. Hello, everyone that is just coming in. I'll be basically, most likely for now, I'll be just farming and doing some of the dailies, and we'll be answering you guys. So at least so that you guys don't have any other questions or anything before I go ahead and explain some of the other things. So during this time, you guys can also go ahead and then ask me. One of the things you asked was Wukong good after the rework. Actually, honestly, the global Wukong is not, I think in my opinion, not as great. Although he's still great in the arena, I don't think he's as great as the Wukong before the nerf in the Korean one. So, in my opinion, I personally don't like Wukong as much, just because he has so specific uses. But maybe with some of the buff and the thing, it could be better. So I wouldn't really focus on it as a priority, unless that's the only one where you have for the all-rounder and things like that. But that's one thing. So, and yes, one of the other thing is that you guys can also go ahead and then please let's see, put your in-game name or something, and you guys can also try to coordinate friend request and things. And also, if you guys have a guild that is English speaking guild where you can help each other as well, you guys can also go ahead and do that. So Rachel can't be replaced by anyone in Castle Rush. So Rachel is the must have Seven Knights, and it will always be, most likely. So definitely that's one where I'm focusing on. So I'm trying to max Rachel right now to level 46. So definitely go ahead and then try to have max Rachel if you can. Most likely, I feel like, though, because Luvu is so good, they might actually nerf Luvu instead of buffing Wukong, because then they would have to buff Ace as well as some of the other Seven Knight, I think, in my opinion. So they might just nerf it, and that's what they did for the Korean one anyway. So. So for items, I put 1 crit, 1 speed for Jave, and for armor is double health. Jave's actually health is pretty low, but his defense is actually really high, and that's one of the reasons what makes him tanky. So 1 crit for the farming, because I use him mainly for farming as well as the arena. But for specifically for arena, you should definitely put double speed. But I use for both, so I put 1 crit and 1 speed. So that's just one thing. Yes, Korean version will definitely go ahead and give you guys a lot more stuff to help you guys also catch up and then not have difficulties playing, which also makes me feel really good, because I really love getting like a lot of different free stuff, summoning and things like that. So that's one of the great ways for the Korean Netmarble has developed to help a lot of different newcomers to play. So let's see. For Alice is only herself. That's one of the reason why it makes her really great in just the arena. Not in like a tower or things like that, but still great. You should focus on Castle Rush first, but some of the heroes will overlap. For instance, like Alina, Shane, Juby, Pascal, or if you are looking for like a Korean one, Zeke will also overlap as well. So some of those characters you should focus first because it overlaps, but I definitely recommend Castle Rush first, because then your team can get S rank chests. If it already does, then you could still get more Castle Rush point, where you could trade in for the different kind of benefits like other Seven Knights, Fina, and things like that. So. And by focusing on raid, one of the thing uh, is that you'll get a great items, so you can always use that to plus your weapons and evolve or randomly try to get it. So that's just one great thing. So if you're short on weapons, definitely go ahead and try to do more raid, especially the raid has been resetted, so it's much weaker than later on. So for the Castle Rush, because based on how much points you do, you get different amounts of Castle Rush points, and that's one of the reason why you should deal more damage, because you can still get S chest, but by having more the Castle Rush point, you could get even 6-star selectors, 6-star summoning, and things like that. So hello Death Scythe as well, since I remember your in-game name as well. You're only like maybe like 24 minutes late, so that's still great. Yeah, I think the highest dragon I fought was level 50 something, and like my heroes would just melt. And let's see. Oh, wow, I still didn't even get this, so that took so long. And for global though, I think I have some friend spaces, so you guys can always send me the friend request, and I'll definitely try to accept your friend request as well. So that's one thing. Let me go ahead and grab something to drink. Okay, let's see. Hello, BT. I honestly can't give you the specific answer for the hero drop rate, just because I can never be sure with that. But I think I've been doing pretty darn good with summoning, at least lately. Especially if you do it during the hero hot time period, you still have higher chance of getting some of the other heroes that are really great, besides the one that is actually being um, hot timed. So that's just one another great thing. And for summoning, relatively the rubies are cheap. Technically, it's really easy to get. So you don't really have to worry about it as much. But I think just by having that um, ability for us to obtain a lot of good stuff with a high drop rate, I think it just really helps. For the difference, I say yes, just because there's so much more content out in the Korean one, as well as the heroes. So that's just one another thing that it's just out. And a lot of people are also very impatient, so they can't wait. And especially when they see a lot of different things and experience the Korean version, they feel like the global is moving way too slow. So that's one of the reason they decide to either a lot of switch over, or a lot of people also feel turned off. So that's one thing. And I am drinking a youthberry tea from Tivana. So that's, I guess, if you guys want to know, that's what I'm drinking. Should I transcend Guanu or get Evan? I say Evan for a Korean one and Guanu for the global one. So, and sorry if I can't answer all of you guys. I know, like, sometimes when the chats move too fast, I can't answer all of them. So if I didn't, maybe you guys can also go ahead and try to post it one more time or something, so maybe where I can see it. So that's just one thing. So yeah, don't be disappointed if I don't answer. It's just because I can't see everything. So that's one thing. So I hope you guys watched my video. for the relationship that I found between the Curio and Felista. So that was just very interesting for me. So because I never thought that they would be related. Velista was one of the hero that didn't really have much storyline and connection. So hello, and I hope this is fine with you guys. I hope the screen and everything is not lagging. Like I said, it works exactly fine on mine, but you know, it might be different for you guys. So please let me know if it is. Hello, Henry and Lucia. So, well, it's like 30 minutes, so hopefully and I've been just answering most of you the people, so hopefully you guys don't miss any other parts where you guys might be interested at. Let's see. Oh, hello, and Spears as well. So, my birthday is in May 14th, which will be the day that I'll be also live streaming with my girlfriend, and I'll also be summoning a lot at the end. So make sure, if you guys can, try to make it to that one, because I think it'll be pretty interesting, and there'll be a lot of more like a discussions and talks instead of also like question and answer based. So I mean, we'll definitely go ahead and answer you guys and things like that, but I think we'll try to come up with a lot of different discussions, so which I find you guys interested at. And also, I know one of the thing is that a lot of you guys also like a lore, and I know a lot of my earlier ones I didn't explain the lores for the heroes. So, if you guys are curious about any kind of lore for the certain heroes, you can always go ahead and then ask me, and then I'll try to stop the farming and then try to look and then explain the lores and things like that as well. So that's one thing. Sorry about that. It's mainly because, let's see. I do have a Facebook where you guys can contact me on the description, so maybe you guys can contact me through that as well. So let's see. Also, just a second, let me just check something real quick. I think for like a first time, I've also received fan funding, which it's on my channel and you guys can always go ahead and do, but it was something that I haven't really received before, but someone did, and I really appreciate it because technically I don't really get paid to do this, and you know, I also put a lot of time and effort into it. So I really appreciate for making like a donation and funding to me. So thank you for that. Let's see, just a second. I guess another boob discussion will I guess do that too, but I mean, I think a lot of these discussions, at least the one I thought for the Curio too, they didn't specifically say it, but it was one of the things. So yes, I'll let you guys know if I find also anything and if there's any different storylines. So that's just another thing. And let's see, just real quick. Okay, alright, so yeah, thanks for that, because like I said, I think it's probably, I mean, I'm assuming for a lot of different YouTubers as well, but it's really difficult, I think, to actually make a living off of doing YouTube. Most of them probably keep it as, you know, side job unless those, you know, really very well known, you know, people. But I think it's just that kind of like a passion, and also a lot of you guys like viewers and subscribers that, you know, come back and also giving a lot of supports for, you know, a lot of positive, you know, the comments and, you know, thank yous from you guys really helped me actually, you know, get through, and then also motivated me to make videos and start something like live streaming as well. So I do really appreciate it, and also, you know, a lot of you guys I know even before live streaming, I knew your like names from like comments and things like that. So thank you. And I think the smallest boob competition will be pretty darn hard because there's no way you could see it because it's so invisible in my opinion. So that would be really, really interesting to see, but I could already come up with some of the candidates as well, just because they are so, I guess, but a lot of them also look very young, I guess, in my opinion. That should be the word. So I guess it doesn't violate any thing, just to be sure, because I know, you know, like last time, some of you guys have been very young watching my live stream and video, so I should kind of be careful what I say, in my opinion. So that's one of the, I guess, interesting things. So, but I mean, like, yeah, I could definitely come up with, besides, I mean, like Pookie. Come on, like, you can't include that. But actual human form figures, Sarah is definitely one of them. You could definitely see Sarah right here. I mean, I think even in the storyline, she's still a kid. So that's one. Xiao is probably one. Nia, um, Yui. There's like so much, I think, in my opinion. So it's, and I know what you guys talk about Xiao, because for one of her costume is just really, really, yeah. So it's very interesting to see though, because there has been a lot of different developments and different heroes, and I think it's also very great that the newer like male champions also look very great. And I mean, obviously, a lot of female champions look much prettier and better also as the awakenings come out. You know, like especially like Yuri, Shane looked awesome. Definitely, Shane is my favorite. I guess the awakening form. She looked really great before as well because of a lot of costumes, but I think she absolutely looked the best after the awakening so far, in my opinion. Some of the other ones that, definitely changed a lot, like Chancellor, and things like that, but it's just, one of the thing. Oh yes, Ming Ming's guide. So hopefully we're talking about just a girls. I don't know if a guys with a boob will be appropriate for this discussion. So interesting things. A lot of um, things popping up, and hopefully one of the my goal is that once I get enough like a fundings, as well as maybe some of the um, like very small amount but money that I get from the AdSense, maybe I can get also a computer, so I can do my live stream on like a BlueStacks and on my screen, so people can also see the chats as well, because I would love to have people see the chats on my videos as well, because I think it's very interesting, and the chats really make it, I think, a lot of these discussions much better. So that's one thing. I probably, but it probably won't be happening anytime soon, though, in my opinion, because I mean, like funding, like I said, I've received only one so far. I know they say to do some other one like a Patreon and things, but hopefully I'll go ahead and do that, I guess, soon. So yeah, you can see that like it's already like 38 out of 30 on my even the wait list, so it's kind of hard, but please bear with me for those friend requests. So I mean, even, let's see, I mean, Lin is definitely not, I think, at least among the, oh, I guess actually Yunhee still at least is visible. And I know like Alicia, Curio, they're like definitely one of the one. But I know what you get by Xiao, because I know one of Xiao's costume that is pretty yeah. Where's my Xiao? It's only 36, so I actually don't even have costume for her, I think. So here it is, and whoa, look at that. yeah, I feel bad. But Xiao is definitely one of the big competitors, I guess, in my opinion, for the topic that we're talking about. Nia and I know like Yui is probably one of the ones as well, but it's kind of hard to tell with clothes uh, and the musical instrument in the front. But I would say it's probably like a Nia or Xiao. Xiao, I just showed you guys. I mean, Ming Ming is a guy, so exclude that. Mei? No, I think Mei wasn't. No. Let's see. Holy Crusaders all have big boobs, so exclude that. Jane. Nope. Oh, Sarah's one of them. I know Sarah is definitely one of them. Uh, I think, in my opinion, it's probably Sarah. Either Sarah or. Oof, I guess Sarah or Xiao, in my opinion. Quietly, I'm gonna just say that. Um, I know. I know everyone else is at least not as, I guess, not as bad as Xiao and the. I guess Nata is I guess one of them too. So all these, I guess, similar heroes. Asura is definitely one of them. You guys can probably see it from here too. It's absolutely cliff. So that's just interesting thing. I mean, there's a lot of different ones. I think, I mean, competitors in those cases, but let's see. Uh, So interesting, a lot of interesting that I talk about where technically I shouldn't be talking about. Yeah. So I feel like I gotta keep it also PG-13 as well as keep myself off PlayStation, right? So I thought Nata was a girl. I believe Nata is a girl. I hope it's not Gagai. So that's, I guess, I think, and then we should end here, and I would probably, I shouldn't make a video about it just because I don't want a new visitors to my channel would be like, this guy just talks about boobs, who has the biggest boobs and who has the smallest boobs. I would definitely not want that to happen, so, but maybe later on, I guess, on future. Please. Dang it. Actually, let me, where is it? Change this into that so I can farm. Let's see. Let's see. Going back to some of the other questions. For the jewels, I think usually for the damage dealers, like a crit, increase in crit damage, increase in crit chance, and things like that will be definitely the best. And if it's someone like a single target nuker like Shane, I definitely recommend a lifesteal. But for like a tank, obviously get defense, block rate, and things like that. So it really depends. And for specific color, you could have all those things, so make sure you coordinate it and try to add it to your whatever heroes. And for jewels, I definitely recommend you to focus on your main champions first, like Shane and things. So that's it. So that's one of the reason why I probably don't make a specific jewel guide for each hero, is because there's so many different variations, and by following my just specific guide for one, my opinion won't really help a lot of you guys. So the tank team actually works, and Karin is one of also the key one where you could just revive the tanks, which I feel is like really great. And Nox is, it gets tanky, but I think also it could be lacking when the Alicia comes into a play and things like that, just because Alicia's passive is kind of stupid. So I would always love to have, I mean, I'm working on my Nia, just because Nia is so good in a lot of different ones. So that's one thing, but definitely Nox is really helpful in high adventure. If you guys checked out my previous ones, you just death them and then finish them off. So that's just my opinion on who to get. Dylan's and Rachel, I then recommend to get get at least one spike. Like I said, I usually do spike, Spike, Rachel, Jave, those three. At least have one of them, so it helps you for the castle rush for the Rachel and Spike. So Spike is, I think, just really great in a lot of different one, and that's one of the reason why I just absolutely love it. So no, Transcended probably Spike to level 42, because Awakening didn't come out for Spike, and I would definitely love to do it though. So some storyline of the World 10. Okay, I'll definitely go ahead and do that. The World 10 is the inside the castle, basically, I believe, or it could be different, but the World 10 is very interesting, in my opinion, because a lot of the heroes come out there is a little bit different. And Yushin is released and is one of the best champion, that hero that was used, because it increases the ally magic, and he was basically the beginning of the magic teams, because before, like, people like Eileen had buffs, but then Yushin as a regular just hero came out with the same amount of buff as Eileen, which made Eileen not as useful, on the other hand, just because it was so much harder to get. But he is definitely great. So if you can, also try to invest on it. For quite a while he will be very useful. He also increases enemies cooldown and things, which I'll be making my spotlight videos on. Just probably wait a little more once I'm done with this, like a past, maybe like a week or two, I will be done, and I will be making so much more videos on things. So that's one thing. Oh, so for the Yushin and Global, uh, the skill, I did check it out, and it is different. So I will be also probably making, or in the same video I'll be telling you guys also the difference as well. So I think for Yushin, for the Korean one, it was used actually really a lot, but now it's been taken out. So I wouldn't say it's better. The global one is better at the moment, but it's definitely one of the great champions in global. Hello. I'm doing pretty, I guess, pretty great at the moment. Alright.